Hey y'all, it's Dr. Shamanda. Welcome back to my channel where we talk about all things mental health, personal finance, and overall strategies to live your best life. Alright guys, welcome back. If you are new here, I am a licensed mental health and addictions therapist based in North Carolina, and I specialize in financial therapy, which is all about helping you heal and understand your relationship with money. But on this channel, I share my own journey towards building wealth, saving, investing, paying off debt, all that good stuff. All right, guys, welcome back. Y'all, oh, by the way, I'm not a financial advisor, not a financial expert, anything like that. I'm a financial therapist. I help you with the mental health, emotional side, but I'm not your therapist, so there's that, okay? Anyway, y'all, today is a very special video because, baby, this thing kind of hit me out of nowhere. I did not expect this, but here we are. You guys know, if you're an OG on my channel, you know that I set a plan. You know what they say about plans. I set a goal of paying off like all my final debts by the end of this year, and mostly that's just like tax debts from like previous years of being an entrepreneur and contractor and IRS tax debt. So I wanted to pay that off by the end of this year, so that I could go into 2026 with only my student loans and my mortgage as my debts, and just really lock in on paying those off, while also, of course, saving and investing. But that was the goal, right? That's the plan. I wanted to make sure that this year was all about focusing on that IRS tax debt, just getting that knocked out, and that would free up my money for my student loans, because that's the first one. I have less student loans than I have my mortgage. So if we go in the order of operations or like the baby steps, whatever, then I need to pay that off first. And I mean, a mortgage, Anyway, y'all. So I did what I was supposed to do. And if you're not familiar, again, I don't know the whole thing, the whole process, but I know that everyone had to kind of go in and update their student loan servicer, decide on a payoff plan, repayment plan, things like that. You can do income based, or you can do like the graduated standard, all that kind of stuff. Anyway, I actually I finished my doctorate December 2024, but I didn't actually finish they don't graduate you until the end of that semester, the semester that you're in. So technically my degree says I'm finished February 2025, which you guys know that like technically there's 6 months, you get a 6-month grace period to pay off your, start your student loans, pay off after you graduate. So I was expecting to start paying off student loans last July, to be honest, but something was going on, with the Trump stuff and the student loans, the Department of Education, all that. So my stuff was still on pause, and I'm like, okay, well, I'm trying to pay off my car and all that stuff, so let me just focus on that. It's still in forbearance or whatever, so okay. So I was like, okay. But we were required to update everything by July 1st of this year to decide which plan. And so I went in. I told y'all I got an email from Nelnet. I went in, applied, just selected my choice, my option. And it gave me the option of like coming off of forbearance or deciding to repay immediately. And I said, no, keep mine on forbearance, because first of all, y'all haven't even told me how much I got to pay back yet. Now, keep in mind, 2027, the goal was to hit the ground running, like lock in. And I'm thinking I'm going to pay like $1,500 a month. That's like how much I was going to be locking in. Maybe even close to $2,000. Like, yeah, I was going to go in. Okay? Like, literally. So I was like, nah, let's just keep it paused, because I want to hold this off till January. And let me see how much y'all, what my minimum payment is going to be anyway. Child, they got back to me with my approval letter from the option that I chose or selected, and with a due date of 7/2/2026. I had to look like 3 or 4 times, because I'm like, maybe this is 2027, because that's really originally where I was supposed to start back, like, paying based on previous whatever. And I looked again and said, no, 7/2/2026. I'm like, wait, what? I'm just like, y'all just told me how much my payment is going to be. Like, you want me to pay back starting next month? So anyway, y'all, let me not be extra, because my actual payment amount is, keep in mind, I wanted to pay like $1,500 a month. Now that was going to include the minimum, and then the rest of that was going to go toward principal. You know, I got a strategy and plan in place. Well, my actual payment, my minimum payment is actually $385, and let me see, where's that? Where's my actual payment? I got it here somewhere, y'all. Here it is, $385.48. So I was like, okay, it's not too bad. Now, I was not expected to start paying this off next month, because I got this beach trip planned. Y'all know how I am about doing stuff, and But, I finally got myself ready. Okay, you're going to go out, you're going to take a vacation, you're going to do something, have fun with your money, finally, right? While also paying off debt, saving, investing. Okay, you can do this. I talked myself into it. So when that hit, I was like, ugh, if you know how I am, frugal, recovering frugal, minimalist. That kind of hit me a little bit. I was like, oh God. But I was like, nope, you're going to keep everything the same. You can come up with $385.48. Now, honestly, I'm going to round this up to $400. Y'all, you should know by now that's what I'm going to do. And I had a thought of like gratitude immediately, like, because it could have been $1,500, $2,000 a month, anything, to be honest. But $385.48, I can handle that. Now I know there's some people out there like, girl, that's a lot for your average person, and you acting like that's nothing. No, I'm not. Like, I really am not. I just know that, like, my student loans, it could definitely be a whole lot more than that. And so I'm grateful, honestly, because guess what? Y'all just gave me the cheat code. Because if that's my bare minimum monthly, when I'm expecting to pay, or my goal is to pay $1,500, $2,000, you see now, like, okay, so I'm excited about that. So anyway, next month, July 2nd, is when my payments start. Yeah. Now, I told you why that's good storage. Anyway, I was saying that I'm a self-employed, so it hits a little different for me. And the reason why I said this is because I have more flexibility over my income now. So now that I know I need an extra $400 a month to pay off student loans minimum, then that lets me know, like, you need a couple more clients. You know what I'm saying? Versus if I was still working at my job, there's no flexibility in that. Like, I have to, like, try to find something to cut out, or lower my savings rate, or lower my investment goal, whatever, in order to make up space for this money, or this payment every month. So now it's like, okay, you self-employed, find the money. That's kind of how I look at it. Like, I'm not worried at all, to be honest, y'all. Now, the reason why I share this now is because this is going to be a new series, y'all. So if you have student loans, it's time to lock in with me. I'm going to give you guys an update every month. And yes, next month, I'm going to officially tell y'all how much I owe on student loans. Finally. Y'all was going to have to wait till January. So this is kind of like a win for y'all too. I'm going to tell you my current balance, my payments, how much I make, the progress, the wins, setbacks, any income updates, the strategies I'm using, things like that. And ultimately, last I want to say is, y'all, I'm actually excited about this because I feel like now I'm literally locking in on this debt payoff. Like, I'm on the way to zero. Like, literally, I'm on the way to being officially debt-free because I'm going to be finally making payments toward my student loans. I'm already making payments toward my mortgage every month. So that's already happening, right? And building equity. I'm already, next month I actually resume payments on my IRS tax debt. So that's going to be happening. That'll be at zero by the end of this year, God willing, right? And then now, with this situation, I'm going to be, like, forced early to start making payments to pay down that student loan. So literally, as of next month, I'll be making payments on all of my final debts, like working towards zero. So really, this feels good, and it feels like a blessing to me, and it just makes me want to lock in even more because we getting there. You know what I mean? And I know once I pay out all my debts, I can finally be free to actually, like, retire from full-time therapy, look at teaching, look at, like, my production company, all that kind of stuff that I really, really want to do, right? Not that I don't want to do therapy, but you know what I mean. So I'm excited. I know it's weird to be excited about student loans, but, like, I'm ready to pay these things off and never look at them again. That's just kind of how I feel. So lock in with me. If you aren't subscribed, this is the time to subscribe to my channel now so you don't miss this, and all that good stuff. All right, guys. Anyway, I hope you have a great day. I hope you like this video. If you do, like, comment, subscribe, share, and I'll see you guys in the next one. All right. Bye.